Making this year's National at Unadilla unique, the appearance of several World GP motocross riders, like 250 world champion Stefan Everts. Everts came to the United States for the first time back in 1992 to try his hand at Supercross. Here he's battling Guy Cooper at the Astrodome, but Everts was not enamored with Supercross. The natural terrain of motocross satisfied his competitive urge. In 1993, he was back for a GP at Budds Creek. It was then he set his sights on the all-time GP record of 6 titles held by Joel Robert. Stefan's desire is to tie his father's record of 4, then DeCoster's 5 titles on way to the all-time mark. Stefan was looking, though, for an opportunity to come back to the States.
Well, you know, it wasn't our schedule from last year, December. We checked with the Honda team of America to see when it was possible to do a national, and this one was perfect. We did Brazil, and then after we did Venezuela, and then we came here and we did Unadilla, so we're gonna do Unadilla, so it was perfect. This is a very natural track, and I don't have these stable jumps and triples and hoop-de-doos. This is more a natural track.
Today, a GP reunion. Everts will be competing once again against his former rival, 3-time GP world champion Greg Albertine.
We go back, to my first year in Europe, which was 1990. So, and we were rivals for the whole time I was over there. The first year or so, he beat me, and then afterwards, I beat him every year after that. So I think he's got something to prove.
Well, you know, we're just normal guys and just normal friends. We're not big pals, and that's about it.
Rivals?
Well, you know, it's not him only who's my rival. I think everybody out there is my rival. My main goal is to win my championship, the World Championship title. So I'm going to try to do a good race, and if I feel that it's going to be too risky to do some maneuvers or some things, then I'm going to back off. You know, that I need to win that 250 world title and not this race. But you know, I feel good. I feel better than ever. I have a super season, so why not Unadilla?
They've had to water it big time, so it might be a little slippery in places. They're off for moto number 1. The 250s are underway. Jeff Emig. He's got the whole shot money. Dowd, Hughes, Lest, Everts, Ward, and Albertine are right there.
Doing is getting the whole shot. That corner right there cost him the second moto last year after a whole shot.
Everts in 4th place, pounding Hughes. A good 4-pack there, as you see. A lot of riders trying to get into the action up front here in the early going. Hughes, number 9. Stefan Everts, number 215.
The pace right now, Art, is so fast. This track, especially that section right there, used to be so rough. It will get rougher as the day goes on, but...
in hand, a rock hitting him on the top of the hand during practice one year.
You can see Everts right there getting pelted a little bit from Hughes.
Everts under the inside, and oh, he washes out. Stefan Everts.
Now he's up quick. Another look at Everts going down. Looked like to me that's where they put a little bit of water on the track, and he was trying to cut underneath. Ryan Hughes right there laid it over just a little bit too much, and Rocco's back tire went out over that berm. He did a good job to little body English extra to keep that thing straight, save that position. Everts, you know, going down off his concentration just enough, hit a little bump there he shouldn't have hit, and knocked his bike into neutral.
And now the battle for 4th place continues with Stefan Everts making a good inside move. Ryan couldn't square it off quick enough.
He was just trying to deal with that berm down there that's sort of a berm, but not really. And couldn't make the pivot. Everts, you could see right when he got in there.
Ooh. Ryan almost lost it fishtailing right there.
Yeah, the track today is a little different than it's been in the past, and you can't just jam on the throttle like normal. There's a lot of finesse out there right underneath that.
Tuned in, we've had a terrific battle out front between John Dowd and Jeff Emig. Dowdy is our leader right now, and this is the big battle at this point in the race with Stefan Everts, number 5, Mike Larocco of Team Suzuki, and then Ryan Hughes on the
get to the finish line unchallenged.
Dowd and Albertine getting by the privateer Jimmy Neese, who's very familiar with this track, coming up from North Carolina. Oh, Albertine has spun out.
And over the banners, there it is. He was charging down that inside wide open in a power slide, and finally it just was too much. Couldn't hang on to it.
Boy, this track.
This one, he fought all the way.
The checkers for his 8th moto victory of the year. You're absolutely right. Jeff Emig takes moto number 1. John Dowd. Everts in third. LaRocco in fourth.
Stefan, welcome to the podium. I know you're just here visiting, but it looked like you were giving 100%.
Yeah, I'm giving 100%. You know, in the first lap I made a small crash, and that just broke my rhythm, and I was going good. I was third, I think, and it was pretty hard after that because I rode a little tense, and you know, those guys that pass so fast, they're much more aggressive than in Europe. But you know, it's been a good race, and I'm looking out for the second moto.
Congratulations on third.
Thank you.
I would look for him to get a much better start. I'm sure he got a pep talk between motos.
What surprises are in store? We're just about set for the start of moto number 2 as the 30-second board is sideways, and we're off. Emig with a good job. Look out, Moto X's Brian Swink, number 103, is also in the mix. There's Ezra Lusk, Chaparral's Jimmy Button. They're all ahead of Dowd, Hughes, and Everts. Said, hey, I'll take the 3-digit number instead of that 13 number. Oh, Albertine is down early. Off the track, and he had to get back on. Bad break for Albie in his battle against his former rival, Stefan Everts. Number 2 from New Berlin, New York, Unadilla Valley Sports Center. The battle for second place is underway. Emig is our leader. Brian Swink, the surprise, in second place. But here comes Ezra Lusk, number 11. To the inside, Swink trying to hold on. Ezra Lusk, can he make it to the corner first? Yes, he does. Swink backs off just a little bit. Comes over the berm. Stefan Everts is right on his tail.
Well, he's still got pressure, Swink. It's not over yet. Lusk is around, but here comes Everett. Everett's just behind him is John Dowd. Got an amazing first moto, and he's not through yet. Still early in the race.
Everts, number 215, getting around to the outside of Brian Swink.
Well, that was his strength. He just motored that bike through that powder right around him.
The GP Series just coming up from Latin America, so Stefan Everts had this break. He stayed at Jeff Stanton's house throughout the week. Was it Honda's idea or Stefan's to come to America?
Stefan wanted to come over here and race with these guys because he feels he's riding just as fast, if not faster, than anybody in the States right now as far as on a national course. Supercross, you know, he knows he doesn't even want to come over here and contest because that's not his league. He's a GP racer, and that's what I like about him most. He's made up his mind that, you know, he doesn't want to follow everybody else's footsteps and come to America and race and try to be like Jean-Michel Baylor, be like this person, that person. He's his own person. He's great at what he does in GP racing. He wants to stay there and race GPs and be a hero over there. And when a guy can make up his mind and do that and commit to that, I think it's outstanding.
What a compliment from the 6-time Supercross motocross champion, Jeff Stanton.
I think he has a lot of respect. He knows how hard it is to go overseas and try to win. Jeff was very instrumental in order to have a chance to be overall. So it's possible, but boy, he's got a lot of work cut out for him.
Boy, it's starting to get pretty ruddy on that corner there as Ezra Lusk dug in the front tire. Wasn't sure he was going to make it out of there. Stefan Everts now putting the pressure on Ezra Lusk.
I like that line from Lusk. See how he's able to go all the way out to the right there and get a good look at that left corner. That's because he's going all the way around the outside of that uphill, staying way against the left side of the bike in the air a little bit and line himself up for that better line.
Oh, where did he come from? What an acceleration from Stefan Everts, and Lusk woke him up. He retakes the battle.
Well, I was just talking about how good the lines were, and he just got smoked. Well, it wasn't that necessarily that corner that I was talking about, but Everts sure found a way around in a hurry. Caught him by surprise.
Lusk having an outstanding year, really. He had his first 250 Supercross season as well, signing with Honda for next year. And the team Honda rider, you might say, borrowing a bike from the American team Honda. 215 Stefan Everts is right now his big competition for second.
He's doing some interesting things, too. He's got some lines that, which we just saw. He just made a quick pass. It didn't stick, but you see he's using completely different lines out there on the racetrack than Lusk, trying to find a way around. Very sneaky, and because Lusk doesn't race against Everts, he really doesn't know what to expect or how to retaliate.
European riders, when they come over here, always talk a lot about knowing their opponent's riding style. Stefan Everts moving into second place. John Dowd now putting pressure on Ezra Lusk.
That was pretty neat. He just snuck right around. Like I said, he's been finding different lines out there, and it worked again.
Davies with Shane Drew, the mechanic of Everts.
Okay, Shane, you guys are in the mix now. We watched Stefan go from about 5th to 2nd. Is he surprised you with how aggressive he's been riding?
Yes and no. He was really mad at himself after the first moto. He said when he fell, he just lost all his concentration. So I think he's going to put in a better show this moto. He wants to win bad, so.
So he's not going to stop at 2nd?
Nah, he wants to win the moto.
Jeff Emig is our leader with Stefan Everts now on the move. John Dowd moving up. We'll be back. Because of his rider's confidence, that's for sure. Stefan Everts, number 215 in 2nd place. John Dowd now in 3rd. Everts has been very fast. If it wasn't for a minor mistake in the first moto, he would have been right up there battling with Emig and Dowd.
And here he finds himself a sandwich between the two. Dowd is coming strong. He's made up so much time. Everts knows that it's just a matter of time before he's going to find himself riding a little bit more defensive.
This has turned out to be a great experience for Everts.
I think so. He's going to go home with little pieces of knowledge. He's riding an American-based Honda and spending a week at Stanton's. That's always an experience from what I hear. Frink, you see Keith McCarty there, Yamaha team manager, urging John Dowd on. Dowd just all over the racetrack, inside and outside, trying to find a way around.
Oh, Dowd putting the throttle on, and look at that. John Dowd has moved in front of Stefan Everts. And Emig is not that far, and Everts goes down. Well, he didn't go down, he put it down.
Yeah, it looked to me like he just was trying to get under the inside of Dowd there, and that's the same corner he went down in the first moto, same exact place. This time he got put down. Dowd didn't mean it, but they touched. Watch this. He tried to just get underneath the inside. Dowd actually made a little mistake and went through that corner slower than I think Everts anticipated.
The track on John Dowd on this final lap. Where will Dowdy make his move? He cuts to the inside. Dowdy's got a wheel. No, Emig comes back. Emig got the tire to the ground quicker and perfect shifting. What a race. It's the closest finish we've had all season long. Jeff Emig, our winner. He wins his 9th moto in 16 motos on the season.
Maybe a little closer at the end than you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, John got a good drive out of the final turn. And it was pretty much a drag race. I just made sure I didn't miss any shifts.
Early in the race, you had Stefan Everts coming up behind you. Then he went down, and John came out of nowhere at the end. But through it all, you look like you're keeping the same pace.
Yeah, I was trying to keep the same pace. I, you know, like I said, my body was a little bit down this week from, from having whatever I got, I mean, I just kept trying. I kept trying 100%, and I mean, you know, I know that John was there, but I mean, I had certain lines that I knew that I knew that would work and that he couldn't get by. But over the finish line jump, it was really close.
Your mechanic says you've been sick, and you sound kind of sick.
Man, my lungs are all jacked up, and you know, I'm on antibiotics and all that stuff trying to get it going. But I would like to thank my mechanic, Jeremy, because I seen him cheering me on the whole way.
Jeff Emig, his 3rd overall victory of the season, his 29th career win. Dowd in 2nd. Morocco moving up onto the podium.